The Good Guy Experience.
How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome back to the Good Guy Experience, where the experience is always good, guys. And I'm your host, as always, Otis Davenport in the house, everybody. Otis Davenport. And to my right, we got Mr. Tyrone, Mr. Chocolate in the building. As always, Mr. Chocolate is in the building. We got it's Royal Rain in the building. Royal Brain in the building, everybody. Show some love for Royal Rain. And coming in fourth place, last place. No, I'm just messing with you.
Last but never least.
In the world, you get all the way down there in that fourth box.
Oh,
Good God Almighty, this is four squares, and you just keep on going back and back and back.
I was on top, now I'm on the bottom.
Lord have mercy. Don't say it like that. You know how these audience members of ours get. They be like, "Oh, what she mean by that, girl?"
Well, ain't nothing wrong with being on the bottom as long as you come.
See, there y'all go already. Don't blame me. All right, we got a good show for you guys tonight. Everybody at home, just tune in. I do want to say before we get started, if you are logged in on my page, if you are logged in on any of the panel members' pages, please log out and go to the Good Guy Experience social group page, and or go to YouTube, find Good Guy Experience and log on there so we can see your comments. If you are logged in on my page or any of the panelists' page, we might not be able to see your comments. We go back and we do actually watch our shows, and we do actually go back and look at our comments. So we want to be able to communicate with you guys. You guys are saying great things and everything like that. So make sure that you're able to be a part of the conversation. So once again, if you are not logged in on the Good Guy Experience social page, or if you are not logged in on YouTube, please log out now and log back in on one of those platforms. If you cannot find that platform, I'm going to get one of my panelists here to go to our pages and post that link. All right. So once again, we are back. How's everybody's week been going?
Good. I'm counting down to my vacation.
Vacation. Lord have mercy. I need a vacation.
You've been on vacation. Stop playing.
I ain't had no vacation. I ain't had not one piece of vacation. Don't do that. Bro, what about you? How's your week been going?
It's Wednesday. I'm like my counterpart, Black Pearl. I'm just ready for the weekend. Let's get it.
We need you. All right. Okay. It's Wednesday. We here. The Good Guy Experience is here. We here to lift those spirits. Hey, look, that's what we here for. Hump day to get you through that hump day, to get you through the rest of the week. Lean on your Good Guy Experience. Lean on the good guys. We here for you. We got that good stuff that you want to hear. Tyrone, how's your week been going, buddy?
I'm here, man. I'm here. Week's going smooth. You know, I'm counting down that dreaded count. You know, school's about to be in, so you know.
Well, we appreciate you.
I've been working on my major pain voice for the kids.
Did you say major pain?
No doubt. He did.
Yes, I'm not joking. Get in my line.
They're gonna laugh at that. Don't do that.
Wait, you gotta do better.
I'm serious. What was that in my land? But
we gonna work that offline. We're working that.
You need to put some bass in that voice.
All right, guys. Look, we got a special treat for you tonight, guys. We got a special guest on tonight. He is a CMS custodian of Mecklenburg County. He is the founder of the Single Saved movement. Excuse me, the Single Saved and Serious movement. He's an entertainer and He's an entertainer and he is an entrepreneur. He is Mr. Excitement, everybody. Welcome, Mr. Excitement, to the panel. Welcome, my brother. Welcome.
Hey.
How you doing?
All right.
How y'all doing?
All right.
We're doing
good. We're good.
Welcome.
Is there anything you want to say?
Thank y'all for having me.
Hey, no problem, my brother. Is there anything that you want to say to the people at home before we get started, Mr. Excitement? Okay. So we having some technical difficulties. We gonna ask, but I'm pretty sure he'll be back. Can you hear us? Oh, he's good. All right. So is there anything you want to say to the people before we get started, Mr. Excitement?
There's too much excitement here on the Good Guy Experience. He can't handle it.
Oh, he's muted.
He reading the caption. That's all. All right. So look, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead on and get started, guys. What we are going to do first and foremost, it's been a while since we've had them. I know you missed them. We are going to start with Black Pearl's anonymous letter. We're going to get to the anonymous letter. Black Pearl, what you got for us?
All right, guys. I have been with my husband for 6 years, and I love him dearly. One of the things
6 years.
that bonded us was our mutual beliefs of the family structure and roles. This was very important to him and how our marriage would work. We agreed that I would be the domestic engineer of our home, and he would take care of the major decisions as well as all the finances. I never asked questions, and if he felt we didn't need something, I would accept the decision. This motivated me to make sure our kids and home were always a place of peace and order. Even when his long hours away bothered me, I would get over it because I knew he was doing what needed to be done for our family. Last month, when the kids and I came home from an afternoon out, I found a letter on our home. Normally, I wouldn't open things sent to the house, but this was addressed to the both of us. When I opened it, the letter inside said that we were behind on our rental payment. I immediately went into mental defense on behalf of my husband, not my hardworking man. It definitely had to be an error. When my husband came home, I gave him the letter and waited for him to react. He told me he would take care of it and didn't go any deeper about it. Though that was usually enough for me, this time for some reason it wasn't. The next day I went to the rental office and management told me we were 5 months behind on rent. 2 months were half payments. I was floored because I certainly remember many recent purchases my husband made. We talked later that evening. He was upset because I went to the office, but I told him he told me, he had been going through a lot lately and things fell behind. He again told me he would take care of it and told me that things would fall apart if I started asking all these questions in our marriage. I don't know what to do. I am not ready to work outside my home and turn against my husband, leader of our home.
Okay, so this is a financial thing. Like the money ain't right. The coins, like y'all like to say, the coins ain't coming in right. I'm gonna let Ro, because Ro, she got the Malcolm X pose, like she been thinking like so I'm gonna let you go ahead on and share your thoughts.
This letter is loaded.
It is.
It's loaded. First point is I respect the fact that she honors her husband as the head of the household, first and foremost. I think that's how things should be. I respect her decision with regards to allowing him to be the financial gatekeeper. Okay. And she's the domestic
engineer.
I like that. That was creative. Okay. So here's the issue. I heard 5 months behind.
5, girl.
2 partial payments.
Yeah.
But in the midst of all of this, I heard he was buying some things. So my concern is, sir, exactly what you doing with your money and who you spending it on, because clearly you're not spending it on the family. So whose family are you spending it on? Is there a second wife out there?
You went straight there, girl.
Yeah, something else is going on here. So that's it. This thing is loaded. That's all I got to say. This thing is loaded. It's some undercover, under the sheets, behind some closed doors.
I gotta be under the sheets, bro. I gotta be under the sheets, bro.
Look at my cat. Look at my cash. Look, y'all always want to take it there. We talking about sheets and things already.
It's some stuff going on.
Well, right. Here's my view about it. Okay, I agree with you. The letter's loaded. The number one loaded portion of it is he's not being a leader. He's being a boss. Okay, meaning you want to control everything. You want to do everything. Leadership doesn't mean we don't communicate. Leadership doesn't mean you leave me out of stuff, right? Leadership means you just kind of, come on, let's go this way, or this makes sense. To me, it sounds like there's a communication issue there. Because why'd I have to wait to find a letter for you to go, I've been going through a lot of stuff. Boy, you should have been telling me you was going through a lot of stuff before. So, and then being upset that I went to find out more information, I am now in the dark. So I have to, it's this mentality of I'm a ride or die. And where we riding to? Where we going? And why do I gotta die? Should be the mentality. And I just feel like leadership does not mean it's like a subtraction of communication. So there's a bigger problem there. I don't know if it's between the sheets, but there's a bigger problem there. So.
She's gonna be in a cardboard box in Tyrone from In Living Color.
Hold that thought.
Sorry.
Hold on 1 second. Hold that thought. We lost our guest, but we got a surprise guest coming in. Excuse me. That's my fault. This person isn't even a guest anymore. This is an honorary member of the Good Guy Experience. Everybody, please welcome Shantae back to the panel. Everybody, Shantae, welcome to the panel. Thank you for this nice surprise, Shantae. We just read a letter.
Okay.
I'm going to let one of the ladies, give you the rundown of the letter.
Okay.
So you can be up to speed. So,
well, since it's Black Pearl's letter, I guess it's me, right? All right. So we have a young lady who has labeled herself a domestic engineer, and meaning she's a stay-at-home mom. And her husband takes care of all of the finances. She doesn't ask him any questions, and this is something that bonded them when they were together. However, when she came home, she found a letter that she usually would not open, but it was addressed to the both of them, stating that they were 5 months behind on rent. 2 months were, yes, honey, 2 months was a half payment, right? Which explains how they made it to 5 months, but that's not the point right now. She spoke to her husband. Her husband said, "Don't worry, I got it." She was not satisfied with that answer, went to the rental office, and that's where she found out about the late payments. When she went and confronted him about that, he was upset that she went behind his back and did that. However, he said he was going through a lot of things. And right now she doesn't know what to do because she does not want to go to work, which is already a red flag. And she doesn't know if she should continue to follow him. So Rose said something's going on. Something's happening under the sheets. Where's your money going to? You're not taking care of our family. I said the problem is bigger than that. It sounds like he's trying to be a boss because there's a lack of communication, and being a leader doesn't mean you don't tell me what's going on. And this notion of ride or die makes me always ask where we riding to and why I gotta die if I'm coming with you. Then you popped on.
And Black Pearl, her husband, Shantae, her husband said if she keeps asking questions, we're gonna have some problems.
We're gonna have some
problems.
See.
Go ahead, Sean.
Can I ask the question, ladies? Can I ask the question, ladies, without y'all jumping on? And so, I always got to ask the question because I noticed in that letter when you reiterated everything, I did notice that she said she doesn't want to work. Now, you said she doesn't want to work. Now, that is a big key factor. Did he say, I don't want you to work, or is she saying I refuse to work? Because if she's saying I refuse to work, baby, take care of me. Does that give him the right to say, well, look, I'm going to handle things the way I want to handle them. I'm going to go and buy what I need to buy, and I will take care of things. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride.
None of that is an issue. Leadership does not mean it's a boss. We are still partners. You're just leading the way. You're saying, I'm going to carry this, and this is your role. Now, I think she doesn't want to work because she made sure she said, I'm not ready to work.
Like, why you don't want to work, sis? What's wrong with that?
Yeah, and my thing is, it's a fail already. Let me tell you why it's a fail. You're telling me you see that your household, these children that you're focusing on, may be out of a home and nothing in you instinctively said, let me go out there and run this thing. You could go back to being a domestic engineer, but right now, maybe your husband didn't open his mouth to say that he was having an issue because he don't feel that you are reliable.
And
okay.
if I
don't trust you to be there for me. You trust me to be there for you blindly. I don't. That's what I'm getting from it. But that's just me. Y'all are married. What do you think?
So I think this is a example of poor leadership. It's obviously it's not nothing hidden about that. I think that 5 months behind. Come on, bro. Come on. Like at some point you gotta. Hey, I might have tapped you on the shoulder. Hey, we got problems going on. We're struggling. There's nothing wrong with with leading financially. A lot of people do that. There's a leader financially that pays bills. Somebody else kind of doesn't worry about it as much, but the bills are getting paid though. Everything's getting handled. In that case, everything's rolling, everything's smooth, cool. But if it's not going smooth, we gotta have a family meeting. Like we got more going out and coming in. Maybe we gotta cut back on something. Maybe we gotta, chill out on the eating out. But just to let it go that far, that's a lack of just adulthood or whatnot. And it's a lot of relationships where women don't work, and I think that's okay. If that's if you can handle business and you can handle business at home, I think that's pretty efficient. There's no shame in that. But hey, if we going broke and we about to be homeless, then hey, you gotta we gotta figure something out.
I just feel like I'm sorry, go ahead, Otis.
I feel like I'm gonna touch on what somebody else said. I think that there is definitely a lack of communication, because if she doesn't know that the bills aren't getting paid and she can't see what the money's going to, that means that they don't have joint accounts. So first of all, they probably have separate accounts, and he's doing and I think that lack of communication, I don't know whether if is he respects her because she's working at home or whatever, but I think that he's turned into a dictatorship. I think that that's a dictatorship because he sees it as, I make the money, I bring in the money, I do what I want to do, you're not doing anything. I mean, and I think he, I'm making a bunch of assumptions here, but just from the letter, I think that he's lost respect for the relationship, and I feel like he feels like since he's the breadwinner, he's the dictator. I get to decide what I want to do, and unfortunately, like you guys have been saying, that is false, that is incorrect. Because even if a woman is staying at home, I mean, trust me, working, washing dishes, taking care of kids, doing things like that is a job within itself. So I am pro womanhood and staying home, whatever you decide to do. I'm a fan of it, and I think the brother is just becoming a dictator, and that's just my point of view.
Or that's possible. Or there's another side too. Or he could just be embarrassed. Or it could be where you're
gonna be even more embarrassed on the street.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
And not the rental office.
Sometimes, a person's pride gets the best of them, and they don't want to speak out. They don't want to say something. But can
I just say we all adults here, and as a budget analyst by day and a person who crunches numbers on purpose for fun with my own personal budget, like I just can't see myself getting behind 5 months in my bills.
5 months and coming home to your babies.
I don't give a damn what roles y'all playing or who washing dishes, who raising the kids, and who bringing home the bacon and who cooking it. I don't give a damn what the roles are. What I'm saying is, it's 2 people in there. That means 2 possible adult incomes at the same time that can be happening, helping y'all household. But y'all like, where the money going? Who budgeting it? Where the line items? Like, I need to see. I don't give a damn about what's coming in. I need to see what's going out, because it's not going out the way it needs to. So what's happening? So now I'm thinking the only one who knows where the money going is the one making it. And that's on purpose. It seemed like to me. I'm gonna just leave it at that, because I made the money.
Good, you good, girl.
I make the money in my household and I pay the bills in my household. So I don't know.
Shame here.
So is there any advice you guys want? Is there any advice you guys want to offer to that anonymous person before we move on just a little bit further?
Get you a budget sheet, honey.
My advice is this. My advice. Is that there is something deeper than the finances. It's a communication thing.
And people at home, please put your thoughts on it.
You need to communicate. And the second thing is domestic engineer or out in the world working. If your first priority is peace and those children, get up and go get a job.
That's it.
Domesticate someone else's kids. Just get up and go do it.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
My advice is run, girl, get some help, run for your life, because you're gonna wake up to, unfortunately, another letter, and it's gonna be a letter from him. Dear such and such, I've moved out and I've moved on with such and such and such, and I'm sorry because 5 months behind.
You're not gonna catch up on no 5 months unless it's a miracle. or
That's what
someone
I'm saying. He
who
moved.
asked someone for help.
Say it again, Otis. Because see, that's what I was just speaking to. Say it again, Otis.
I'm just saying, you
what's
can
gonna
look
happen?
up to another mother. Me and such I've moved on with such and such and such.
Something ain't
She gonna
right.
look around, TV gone. Damn, when the bed go? Like she gonna be looking around everything.
Not the TV.
So I'm just saying, run, girl, get some help, run for your life.
That's
So,
it. Something ain't right.
I think this is kind of an extreme case. It's more of an outlier to me. I don't see this happening on a daily basis.
Think about the babies, like
wow.
just think about the babies.
They say think about the babies.
Just think about the babies. That's all I can say. I mean,
I wasn't thinking about them before.
I agree, Marla. I think
I don't know.
Seems kind of
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right.
Because where the money go? Dinner and a movie,
Right,
hotel room, sound like to me. It's a
you might be
dessert.
smoking that money, smoking it, or I don't know.
It could be. You're right. Could be gambling. Who knows? Whatever.
Could be side chick money.
Listen, it's all bad. 5 months.
Either way, though. Either
way.
way.
Either
Y'all
way.
about to lose your whole livelihood with y'all kids under that roof. Like that's
not
problem.
good.
That letter could have been the sheriff's star. And just to let you know, because this is not in the letter, that person lives in Florida, not in our state.
Okay.
But they could have came home to that. When the sheriff put clink, clink.
Right.
Okay.
When they lock it, they sure do. And you're not getting nothing out.
Because if it was North Carolina, it wouldn't be from the rental office. It would be the sheriff's lock. 5 months? Nah. They knocking on your door after one.
The office got to let the sheriff in. I know they do that. I used to manage a property out in Wilson, North Carolina, so I know how that works. Yeah, it happened. Go down just like that. The sheriff got to be there.
So they let you go 5 months. I thought that's a long time.
Yeah.
Well, I think the 2 half payments is what.
I guess. I mean, I guess they was like, let me put some on it.
Put 5 on it.
And
like,
for her,
that's what they're doing in Florida. Let me move to Florida. I'm in the wrong state. Clearly.
Stop it, Shantae.
Clearly, I'm in the wrong state because they can do that in Florida.
Apparently he's not surprised, so maybe there was something else going on. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah,
so guys,
lead the way. Lead the way.
Find some balance.
So guys, move it. So that brings us to our topic: men. Are we misleading or are we leading in our roles? And I want to play this little clip from I believe it's The View. I want to play a clip, and I want to get you guys' thoughts on this, and we will go from there. So I'm going to share my screen. Give me a second. I ain't tech savvy. I used to, I'm from the write letters era. I don't know about computers, but here we go, guys.
Speaker Fantasia visited the Breakfast Club yesterday. She talked about everything from her career to her new love life, but it was the 35-year-old's advice for single women that got everyone talking. Check it out.
Most women are trying to be the leader. That's why you can't find a man. You can't be the king in the house. Fall back and be the queen and let your man lead the way.
Wow.
Generational curse. And how society have placed our men. And women have to stand up and be the mother and the father and the provider. And so then now you are so bad, so you can't be told nothing, that when the right man come, you lose him because you're trying to be the man.
So ladies, you agree with Fantasia that women
So we're going to stop it right there. And I'm going to ask y'all the same question. Do we agree with Fantasia? Women, allow the man, to be the leader. I do realize what she said. She said a lot of times women have to take on that role. You have to take on the role as mother. You have to take on the role as father. You have to be strong. You have to be the strength for both roles. So when a man comes around, you don't know how to relinquish that role. And are we as men, are we taking on that role adequately at this point? So let's see. Shantae, I'll let you start.
Oh, man.
Don't be scared.
Come on, Shantae, speak.
No shade. Okay, but
Oh, that's always shade following that.
no shade.
Yeah, exactly. Following that.
Speaking from my own personal experience, I can't speak for all women or men because I don't know. I ain't one, right? But I'm gonna just say, like, I celebrate my mother on Mother and Father's Day because she deserved both holidays because I tell her she did both roles. Now I know my daddy, we got a relationship, but I don't celebrate him so much on Father's Day as I do her, right? Because like I said, she played both roles in my life. So I'm gonna just start there. However, me personally, I am working on like literally seeking professional help because I know I have a problem with letting a man be a man because I'm so independent. And that comes from being raised by like, a lot of strong women. Like there were, male figures in my life, my granddaddy, my pastor, my daddy, every now and again. I had males, I had positive male figures, like my youth group leader and stuff like that. But it was the women for me who really guided and really set me on the path for life, like really, and were there for the essential moments. So I have a real problem like letting a man lead or whatever, because, the ones I personally encounter have a problem being leaders. I'm gonna just keep it. I'm gonna just leave it alone. That's it. Keep it short and sweet.
So, ladies, what is expected? They said we have a problem being leaders. What is expected to be a leader? What do you, as a strong woman who had, as she said, women have to be so strong nowadays. What are you looking for a man to be a leader?
What'd you say?
What you said?
Question that. Do you always have to?
Do you always have to question what?
Do you always have to be strong?
To be a leader?
Do women always have to be strong? I feel like that's something that's in like our culture now, Black culture, that we thought like Black women always have to be strong, and they're like,
we are the least respected, the least honored, the least.
And I don't know because you don't hear about the strong Asian women, the strong Japanese
because
women.
They are raised. Wait a minute, time up. Let's roll back.
You done gone and done it now.
Come on,
you done gone and done it now.
Let me tell you something.
Let's have the conversation.
White women. Let's start with white women. Okay, let's start with white women. White women are raised to be the damsel in distress, down to why they make Barbie dolls, okay? Because they're saved. Black women literally are the ones that got raped and still came home and took care. They're the ones that went and did for master and still went out and did whatever you have. Now, I'm not making excuses for attitudes. I'm not. But there's a lot of brokenness that's never addressed with women. We are watching our sons and our fathers die, and yet y'all still don't respect us as women. Y'all don't respect us as women. You are looking for the fair skin, light, long hair, Hispanic or Asian or whatever. But when you are down and you need to be filled, the Black woman is the one that fills y'all. So you have to understand that strength is not an option for us. Now, attitude, that's an option. And many of us choose attitude as strength. That ain't strength. That's a bad attitude, sweetheart. That's brokenness that you haven't chosen. For me, even though I am a modern person, I'm a bit old-fashioned about roles. I think it is an honor as a woman to be the heart when the man is the head, because the head cannot survive without the heart, yet the heart can survive without the head. If you think about the human body, a human could be brain dead, but their heart is like, doo, doo, doo. And that's how I see us as a woman. We're the one that pray. We don't want to make sure you look good, you're fed, you're strong, you're encouraged, your friend, your mother, your wife. We are those people, but we don't respect that in ourselves. And so we have an attitude with someone else. But if you meet a man and I'm the heart, I'm the one that's going to hold it down silently, but it's still going to be powerful, I'm going to let you lead. But you need to be consistent, because where we going, bro? Where we going? Where you taking me, baby? Where you taking me? And I think that's the issue. A man want to come in and say, I got this. I don't need that. I need you to be the one when I come home and I'm like, I can't believe it. And you're like, I got you. That's it. That word is so powerful. I got you. Yeah. Right? Make me level-headed. Make me realize that I'm not alone in this journey of life. I don't think men see that. It's not always the financial that's the leading.
And it's not a general thing, because some women can need specific, or have specific needs.
Yeah.
What I mean,
why can't I be strong
a certain way?
Yeah. Why can't I be strong? My strength is going to help.
Oh, no, you can be strong. I'm just saying, when we talk about mental health, people feel like they always got to be strong. I think Black women sometimes feel like they have to be strong. And sometimes you got a man who's there that's willing to take the load. But, it's like, nah, I'm strong.
Yeah, no,
and they push men away. And then, like I'm telling you now,
No, that's true.
They go, nah.
I've done that.
I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, but
and we don't listen to the men sometimes. Sometimes it's not like you try to explain. This perfect example. I'm speaking like the feel. It's like nah. Let me tell you. And sometimes men be like, dang, all right, well, whatever then, okay.
But that's why you need a patient man. Like I know I need somebody who's gonna be patient with me. That's me personally. I can't speak for every woman, but me personally, I need a man that's gonna be patient because I'm working on that. I'm working on letting a man lead and open my door and all that. I'm like, nigga, I've been opening my door all my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I'm not like that. Wait a minute.
If you call me, if you be like, nigga, I'd be like, you like my boys. I can't.
But that's my mindset. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why if he asked me why you reaching for that, because nigga, like that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't say that, but that's what I'm thinking. So it's hard for me to like, oh, okay, let me sit back. All right, open the door.
Because men have things that they want too, and a lot of times it's like men get told what they need to want, like and it's like
what do you mean by that?
It's like yo, like you want some like you might say I want somebody a little bit softer, like don't be like saying like you were saying, nigga, I got it. Like, nah, you gotta
say that though. I was just in my head. That's what I'm thinking.
But I'm saying, but there are women like that who are like super masculine. A lot of women have become masculine over time, and like most men I know, they want a woman who's soft. A woman soft, not like they boys who's gonna be like.
I think
and a man wants to feel wanted. A man has to feel needed. A man has to feel wanted. A man has to feel like a man. So.
But what's feeling wanted?
You my homegirl.
What's feeling wanted? Because it seems like you want. And I'm not saying this. I'm doing your job, Otis, right now. It seems like the wanted, or it has to be a weak woman that you have to save. That's what it seems.
No,
I get it. No. What I'm saying, listen, y'all are married. I'm single, and I'm telling you, it's she didn't do this, and I need you, baby, and I'm crying. And the thing is, that doesn't mean I don't need you, baby, too. But what happened is because I'm giving it to myself, I need some consistency to see. Now I'm not like Shantae. Open the door for me. I'm just like, thank you. I'm excited. I'm just being honest. It could just be a friend opening the door. I'm like, thank you. I'm excited because you're tapping into that feminine part of me, right? But there needs to be consistency. I think that's the thing. So what is it?
Yeah, being feminine isn't being weak, though. I gotta say that.
I just think there are moments where you can be feminine and then moments where you should be strong. Like, I think it's okay to be bold. Like, you know what I mean? And still be feminine overall.
Absolutely.
Be feminine and soft in those moments.
Like some women have a hard time being soft with their man. I think that's an issue. Like, because that's a natural. Like you can be that. You can be a boss and all that. But when we come home, be soft with me. I ain't trying to. Ain't trying to have you.
But you also gotta set that environment too. Like don't expect me to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like I just got in the door or something. Like don't expect me to be like, all right, I'm all relaxed. You see what I'm saying? Like make sure the scene is set and kind of you expecting that atmosphere, or either you're setting it yourself.
We get that, and I agree 100%. But as a man, we have to go out there. We have to go out there and we have to deal with so much against us every day. Then we come home to attitude. And it makes us just kind of like, well, damn, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and we can do a whole nother show on what happens when men start to feel unappreciated. Men start to feel, we can do a whole nother show on that. But as far as the leadership goes, I mean, you can start and that comes into alpha male versus beta males. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Like you said, you have to be patient. Some men know how to. Hey, look, girl, you're tripping. Calm that down, and and things like. See, look, a black girl, like, yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want. See,
no, wait, not like that. That's what I'm talking about. The level head, keeping you level. Like, wait.
But some women need that. Like, I know that's what I need. Somebody's gonna put me in my place.
Yeah, because
I know, because I'm a shit talker and I got attitude and all that. So I need somebody's gonna put me in my place. But know how to do it though, right? You see what I'm saying? Like, there's a respectful way to go about things.
So this is the mind-boggling question. How do you put you in your place but be respectful with it? Because there's a fine line in there now, but there's a fine line between Russell Wilson and Ike Turner. You know what I'm saying? So where is that middle ground where you want us to be? Hey girl, calm that down.
No, it's
You
not.
know, and you-
Can I just say? Well, I mean,
Go ahead, Shante. I'm
you just say
sorry.
I'm single, so I don't have the issues that y'all have, or I don't go through those things, right? I don't, you know,
You said you're single. You're single.
yeah. So I
Okay.
don't,
Yeah.
come on, I don't have those issues. Nobody asking me no questions. But like, if I'm dealing with someone, I know how to kind of like fall back and let them be a man or whatever. But I also know how to like continue to be myself and hold my own, because it's just dating. Like, I'm not marrying this nigga. You know what I mean? So my situation is different. So that's why I'm like, you don't ask me, because I'm gonna give you a single answer. Like that.
No, give a single. I'm single too, but we're two different singles.
Yeah, and some people are cool with being single and they don't, and they not like, you know, they're like, I don't want to do that relationship work stuff. That's too much.
Here's
And
my thing.
that's cool to stay single and live. But I think if you want to be with somebody, you gotta, you know, learn how to work on you gotta work on each other. You can't just be like, this is how I am, and if you don't like it,
Yeah,
you know,
but leadership is not in dating.
Like,
leadership is when you're like, we want to have a relationship, right? So I'll answer, Shante, since I'm the only other single person here. For me, and let me also say, relationship doesn't have to just be man and woman or whatever. So to me, as you get to know each other and you start to build respect for that person can say, and I've been in situations where I'm like getting hot, and that person's like, wait, you didn't even let me talk. And then I'm like, oh, I do want to hear what they have to say. I do care what that person is saying. And to me, that's you going, calm down. What I have to say, because I do get very passionate. It's not an anger thing. It's just like, I want to say what I gotta say. So it does get like that, but that's not I am not so strong and so independent that I don't want a man to treat me like a woman. And I know that in order for that to happen, I need consistency, but I also want you to fall into that role where I'm like, oh, you're being the man. I don't have to be strong right now. Right. And that for me is that's what I was saying
earlier.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I was saying earlier when I was saying you always have to be strong. So, like, when you get a man who can, are you able to fall? Some people can't do that. They're like,
yeah, the right one though. That's the right.
Exactly. And so
the right one.
For me, my issue is finding that in dating is bad, because I do meet men that's intimidated. I do meet men that assume, presume, you know, and I'm like, well, you gotta be consistent. It's not day one, 30 minutes into a date, and you're like, yes, honey. And I'm running up, like, are you serious right now, bro? Like, no, we're not doing that. Neither am I ever gonna call someone the N-word. Oh, what up, nigga? Oh, once I do that, we done. No. It's like a lack of respect there. Right? Yeah. Not because of you, Shante, but because me, I know that's what that means. Right now, I'm just like, whatever, son. Like, that's that. But to find a man that's like, I see that you're strong, but let me step in, like, wait a minute, or you don't have to do that, or shows me you could be yourself. You don't have to carry that weight on your shoulder.
So are we saying, because what I've noticed in a lot of the conversation is the word let. You know, I've been listening, so I hear the word let. Mm-hmm. So when Black Pearl was speaking, and then the guy said, you didn't even let me finish speaking, or and things like that. Or you both of you have said, I'll let you be the leader. Are we saying that the woman gets to decide when a man and how a man gets to be the leader? Because hey, I've been listening, and it's the let word keeps happening. I'm gonna let you do this, and you know, with men, it's kind of like, you gonna let me? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, you know, are you understand what I'm saying?
Right. Well, okay, I'll clarify what I meant by when I said let. So in terms of me being like submissive to my man or woman, whatever, whoever, right?
To your partner.
Yeah, to my partner. My partner gonna need to like come at me with everything that, you know, makes me want to be like, oh, okay, well, shit, all right then, right? Like, but that's just me. So that's what I was kind of saying. Like, in terms of, there's no asking and there's no real like actual back and forth conversation. There's like an understanding with your actions. Like, to me, like the consistency is one of those actions. So I agree with Black Pearl on that one. But it's just, yeah, it's just, you know, but I think there's a difference. There's a distinct difference to me in terms of like dating in this situation and then like a marriage thing, because y'all on a whole nother level and I don't have any, I can't speak to that. I can speak to like the dating world, because right now the dating pool has piss in it. And like, that's all I'm speaking from my own experience. I can't say how y'all married people react to these situations, but out here in these streets, I've
been married.
What it is.
I've been married.
You gotta date before you get married, though.
I've been married, and I probably have only met in my marriage, post-marriage, and I'm probably gonna stick post-marriage because my ex-husband wasn't really a leader. I probably met 2 people that have consistently provided me an environment where I could just, metaphorically speaking, let my hair down. I didn't have to worry about leading. I didn't have to work, none of that. Everyone else, like, even then, this sounds so silly, but I'm being real. I'm driving all the time. I'm cooking. I'm just like, right? I'm like, I could do this.
When you're dating, you gotta remember you only need one. You don't need everybody to be the person. You need to find.
Oh no, and I'm with you. I'm with you.
Just the one person that got you. Like
that word, I got you. Yeah. It doesn't even have to be the word I got you. It could be the action.
The action, yes.
But I think everybody who's single got to work on themselves as they're single, because you got to date before you get married. Like I hear a lot of women say in conversation, like well, when I find a guy who's gonna be like my husband, I'll be feminine, I'll be this. But that's like me being flame and be like, I'll be masculine when I find the right woman. When I find the right woman, I'm gonna be a man. Hell no, everybody you meet is gonna be like, oh, you flaming. I don't want you.
But at the same time, I agree 100% with what you're saying. But that's like asking the ladies to give everything to every guy. Every guy is not going to be that perfect guy. You're asking them. You're kind of asking them.
With every,
I'm just kind of being feminine. Like, that's everything, really.
Understand that. Well, it's a deeper meaning. It is a defense. So some of it is a defense mechanism. Some. You said some.
Guard your heart.
It is a defense mechanism, but.
You guard your heart, you'll never give it to anybody. You get
to the ladies' defense. I'm pretty sure that every lady on this panel has given a piece of themselves or whatever and given their all, and then the dude turns out to be a piece of shit. I mean, that's just a given.
It doesn't happen to men. You know how many men I've had? I've seen their heart broke.
That's right. But I'm just saying, you can't ask that woman to turn right back around. You can't ask her to turn right back around and say, well, I'm going to give my all once again to this guy. And then you can't expect.
What are you?
I'm not saying you don't have to, but your chances of finding somebody is going to be slimmer. I'm just saying this is what it is. Well, you don't have to, but
the choice is already slim. But what are you showing me as a man that makes me say you're different than the last for me to show? So it's a meet in the middle thing.
Well, then move on. Don't mess with that.
Absolutely no.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to keep it. Hey, you only need one, and if they not,
and I know, and when the one come, hopefully then I'm the one the other way around.
But you gotta be open. You can't be like all guarded and be like all tough and walls up. You know,
I'm a little different than Shantae.
Shantae, I think you can.
Let me put this scenario out there.
Oh wait, Royal was
no, because I want to stay on this topic of the question: are men misleading women in their relationships? That's the question for tonight. Mm-hmm. When we consider, are men misleading women or the relationship as a whole, it is subject to each individual man. So the men that are on this call tonight, on this panel, do not necessarily fit into this. And I'm going to say stereotypical, because we are talking about 2 different groups of individuals. Okay, we're talking about a group of men, young men, older men, middle-aged men, whatever. You're talking about one group of men who may have grown up with Christian foundations, okay, which is why I hate Mr. Excitement isn't on the call right now. But you have men that have been raised with Christian foundations that have a set standard or of morals that they guide them through. Therefore, those set standards and morals, inclusive of their Christian beliefs or higher being belief, let me say it in that perspective as well. When you look at those men and they come to this woman, if you allow, and I'm saying allow because we as women, oftentimes, as we've already heard, we're so strong, we don't allow the man to take the lead. Women, I need y'all to sit down somewhere. For real. I need you to learn how to sit. Thank you, Otis. I see your head nodding. I need women to learn how to sit down somewhere sometime and shut your mouth. If you allow that man to take the lead, some magical things can happen if you learn how to just let him lead. Now, that's that group. Here's the second group over here. This is the subpar group, okay? I'm going to call them subpar because, unfortunately, we have a generation of a lot of young men and some older and middle-aged men, inclusive of that group too, but they do not have those foundational skills in order to take true leadership. So when we're talking about that subpar group, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, panelists, they are misleading because they can't lead themselves. You have to be able to guide and navigate this lovely world of ours and all of its difficulties for yourself before you can begin to engage someone else and lead them. And when we talk about leadership, we're not just talking about can you take me to the promised land? And I'm not talking about sexual. I mean, just in general.
I
was gonna take it. I was gonna be like,
I was gonna go there too.
No, I'm not talking about sexual. I mean, just in general.
Yeah.
When you think about leadership, and I'm going to use my educators up here, okay? Because 3 of us up here that are educators. True leadership in a building. First and foremost, as a leader, I need to be able to shout out those that are doing some amazing things. And to your point, Black Pearl, that's where the consistency comes in it. Otis, I see you doing great things with those kids. Mr. Chocolate, I see you teaching that amazing lesson plan. You did the doggone thing, and you hear this on a continuous basis. That's being a leader. Also, even when stuff is funky, be transparent. Going back to your letter.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
Sir, if you were 5 months behind, darling, that's your wife. Your decisions and your movements are going to have a direct impact on your entire family. Can we learn how to communicate? Even if it's funky, be transparent. First and foremost, respect and transparency go hand in hand. So anyway, I'm going to shut up because I'm about to preach. But I wanted to bring it back bring it back to the core of our conversation, so we don't have a female-male perspective, but because we can get on a whole conversation about women's wants and men's wants, right? Mm-hmm. But when we look at specifically with this question, are men misleading? It's subject to that specific man.
So, I mean, that was that was well spoken. Thank you, Ro. That was well spoken.
Absolutely.
I do want to ask this question. So, can we say that this statement is true or false? If you don't trust in yourself, and we're speaking to men here, women will never feel safe and comfortable enough to trust you and your leadership ability to the point that they will willingly, enthusiastically submit to you emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically.
Well, absolutely. You gotta trust in yourself. Like being a leader of a family is a big responsibility, bro. That's a lot of men don't realize that too. They look at it like, yo, submit to me, like I'm a leader, I'm a boss. But it's a big thing, man. It's a big thing to take on. You're responsible for the family. When things go wrong, everybody's looking at you.
Wait,
Exactly.
So why would that be different for a woman? That's not even like.
Well, we're talking about the men's.
No. Wait, I'm bringing that up. Wait a minute. Wait. I hear y'all. Just wait. I'm saying Why is that not the mind frame when you go, hey, I met the single woman who's been holding it down by herself? That's a lot. And it's not a natural role for her. She's
True.
been holding that. And it does harden you a little, regardless if you want to be or not. That's why I'm saying sometimes you got to stop and go.
Nobody's disagreeing with that, though.
But you said, why can't y'all just be feminine? It hardens you that you're that way. So it takes time to soften up. That's what I'm saying.
So there's a thing. A lot of times there's reality, there's how we feel in reality. And sometimes stuff is not fair. It's not fair. But the reality is when you're a single woman, when you're dealing with a man, you have to change, you have to switch up. So yeah, it's hard. You've been hardened, and that's tough. But life is stuff isn't always fair and equal. And so it's just what it is, So I don't know.
I agree.
Let me say this. There was a professor, and I may have said this on this show before, at the school that I don't want to say that I went to. I'm gonna just say it was East Carolina University.
I was making a point. Y'all just
East Carolina.
The whole point.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'll come back to it, maybe.
I saw a post on his door. It said, "I apologize to my sisters for the weakness of my brothers." And I remember that out of everything I learned at that school, that's the one thing that stood out. I apologize to my sisters for the weakness of my brothers. And why I say that is because you're saying that women have to be so strong. Women have to take on double roles, and that is going on a lot. And that is because I feel that as men, as a whole, yes, we have stepped away from our natural roles. Now that's another show how that happened. Yes, we had some help.
We go back to after civil rights.
Right. We had help. We had help stepping away from that role. We had help stepping away from that role. But now it's time for us to come back and reclaim that role. Because I'm going to tell you, a lot of us think that just because we're men, we're dictators, we get to step up and decide, hey, you're a woman, hush, do what I tell you to do. No, as Tyrone said, leadership is a service, man. The role of a man is to protect and provide for the woman. I'm sorry, I'm going to lose a lot of my people like KJ, what you talking, but the role of a man is to protect and provide for the woman. That is it. That is it. When you make your money, when you come in and you cut the grass and you make sure there's food on the table, what are you doing? You are protecting and providing for your family and your woman. You are not a dictator. Your role is to be the service. Your role is to make sure that your family is good. And we have stepped away from that role, bottom line, period. Now, like I said, that's another show of how we got there. Yeah, the man this, the man that, yes. But as Black men in society today, we got to step back into that role, and we have to be serious about it, and we have to reclaim that role. And then I guarantee it, and I'm not saying that women are going to just, oh my God, but things will fall back into place, and I guarantee it. Now,
and let's not believe all the recent hype too, because if you look at recent studies, Black men have actually been doing that here recently. Now we got some bums. We got some bums, absolutely, but there's a lot of. But Black men are like the most active in their children's lives. Like studies have shown, they're the most active in their children's lives. But if you listen to the hype, we're all like deadbeats and we're sorry. We're Mr. from Color Purple and the beating everybody's ass and damn Tyler Perry plays.
Agreed.
Like in my circle, I know so many good men, and a lot of men are single and want relationships, and they're good men out here doing the right thing. So like a lot of times we get into this hype, and it's easy to get into that train. But hey, keep looking.
I'm gonna agree.
You know who you look like? That lady that was like, look. How
I'm gonna agree with Tyrone. I know more good men than bad. Just being honest. I
feel like it's just easy for everybody to call each other sorry, and then now you get jaded, and when you're looking. Like now you're looking and everything looks like, that's sorry. But, I don't know. I see a lot of good men out here. I see a lot of good women out here, but they're believing all this hype and everybody's fighting and got the standards all jacked up. I think everybody's got to settle down, relax, and come together. You got to come together. We need each other.
Be vulnerable. You need to be vulnerable.
Gotta be vulnerable, man.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Gotta work on ourselves, not just say this is how I am, and whatever I find, gotta deal with it. You gotta kind of be the person that somebody would want to deal with. You can't just be like, it's how I am, deal with it, whoever.
Yeah.
don't know. That might work for you, but good luck. I don't know. I'm just
Well,
saying.
when it worked, let me know, because that
I
is
don't
not
know.
a
It
good
might
way.
work. I don't know, but
That's gonna work. But I will say that I don't want us to think of leadership in terms of like just being a man's thing, because
Yeah. Okay.
women are in leadership roles too. Like I
Absolutely.
get what you're
Absolutely.
saying though in terms of like leading the household or whatever. But again, I run my house, so I can't speak for everyone. But me personally, yeah, that's just how I go right now. Now, when I find a man and we have a house together, because this mine right here, this mine. But yeah, that'll be a different situation or whatever, that may be, because it could be more than just him. But
Well,
anyway, I don't know.
Equal.
as the other single
Right.
person here, I'm not looking for a leader. I'm looking for a partner. It's a partnership, and then
Exactly.
we play our roles.
I'm already a
I'm not
leader.
saying I don't want a
Pearl,
man.
and more napkin pictures.
No napkin pictures.
That's all.
But
I'm sorry, I had to throw that out there.
I think there's something, for lack of better words, magical when a man leads you and allows you to be so soft that you can just be led. I think it's something magical, but everyone doesn't have it.
And you gotta feel that to be vulnerable.
Everybody at home, what did you think about the show tonight? We are approaching that time. I want y'all to chime in. Let us know what you thought about the show. Be honest. Come in the comment section and things like that. Everybody on the panel, I think we had a great show. I appreciate everybody for coming on. I think that we really had some great moments up here. Everybody showing perspectives. I think that we had a lot of emotion coming from this topic tonight. I definitely enjoyed it. Everything was wonderful tonight. We're gonna end up with final thoughts. Ro, we're gonna start with you.
Be humble and allow the king of your house to lead responsibly, and you assist him in helping your family be amazing and great.
Miss Monique, it's on you.
I would just say, keep leading in whatever roles you have, and don't be afraid to be vulnerable with the right people. Make sure you are open to love, because that's the only way it's gonna come to you.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, Tyrone, Mr. Chocolate, Chocolate. Go on and tell them what's on your mind.
Nah, just be the best person that you can be for that other person, man. Keep working on yourself. Because that's how it's gonna work. So just keep working on yourself.
Oh, look at that. Black Pearl, bring us home.
I just want to say, when you open up a deck of cards, you never find a king of hearts without a queen of hearts, right?
Uh-oh.
So you definitely want to meet your person in the middle and be what you're looking for. And what that means is allowing yourself to be open, allowing yourself to be honest, and be vulnerable in order for that to work out. Because you can't just look for someone to lead you. You have to also, be someone who can lead sometimes too. Because a relationship is not 50-50. It's 100%. Sometimes I carry, sometimes you carry. Whoop, whoop. No, stop.
And I just want to say, I think that everything is yin and yang. I think that we need both energies equally. I don't necessarily believe that just because you're a man, you automatically get to say, hey, I run things. No. I believe that a man is the provider and the protector, and I believe that the woman is the nurturer and she is the first teacher. And without either one of those things, you cannot have anything that's a successful energy coming together. So know your relationship, know yourselves, and come together and find out what relationship works best for you. And don't be sitting there 5 months with not knowing where your bills is going. Don't do it.
Get you a budget, honey. Get you a budget sheet. I got that for you.
Step up, queen.
Extreme cases.
Pay them bills.
We got to cut out of here, guys, before we get to that hour mark. But it's been another episode of the Good Guy Experience, where the experience is always good, guys. We'll be back at you next week, Wednesday at 9 p.m. We'll see you then. Holla at you.